Hello, fellow fantasy sports junkies. We are here on MFSN. We're going to talk hockey waiver wire. I'm here, as always, with my Canadian friend, Party Marty, who I often think his first name is Party. His last name is Marty. And I'm here with Ross the Boss.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ross the Boss, and I want to talk hockey waiver wire with you. I have a hockey stick. Cowboy, I'm excited. If you like hockey, if you like waiver wire hockey, even if you like drinking, this is the show for you. Dan, take it away.
Okay, now speaking of that, I have strict orders from the producers, Marty. This is not from me. I am a mental health expert. It does not come from me.
Yeah.
They are telling me that you must start the show with an Irish car bomb. So we're going to start with that.
Okay. I got it right here.
It's not an Irish car bomb. All right.
No, I got Irish car bomb right now.
Yes, you do.
So an Irish car bomb is Guinness,
Guinness and
Crystal
Baileys.
Cream.
Yeah. Guinness and Baileys. 1, 2.
Baileys.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Look at Dan. They're chugging together. That's okay.
While Marty's drinking, we're going to get into the season overview of the real NHL.
Okay.
And then we'll get into fantasy. So we need to talk about which teams are doing well and who's got to pick it up. Now, of course, Marty is an Ottawa Senators fan. We know that they've got to pick it up. He doesn't have to do it. He's not going to control that. But
yeah,
guys, let's start with you, Ross. What teams are doing well?
Well, the teams that are doing well, the Stanley Cup champions, Tampa Bay Lightning, are not surprising anybody. They're in first place. They're playing great hockey. They have one of the best records in the league. They're unbelievable. Carolina's playing great. Florida's playing great. The shocker for me, I thought they're going to be a last place team, is the Chicago Blackhawks. And they're actually over 500. They're playing well. They got some bad news today. Brent Seabrook, their defenseman who's been in the league for 15 years, Stanley Cup winner, has retired today. Just too many health problems, but they'll miss him. He's a big body. I love Brent Seabrook. I'm sure Party Marty does. And in the West, I love I've been yelling Vegas the whole time, but a team that's really building up, and I have a couple of their players in the waiver wire, is the Minnesota Wild. They won 6 in a row, but then they lost 2 in a row. But they're playing great right now. They're still playing great. They're a team to be reckoned with. I still think Vegas is the team in the West you got to watch.
Okay, now I want to bring this is a little bit of sober reality, but you guys know this because you're even bigger hockey fans than I am. I'm like still watching Hockey 93 on Sega Genesis. That was my game. And as you can see, I'm wearing it's a Mike Tyson's Punch-Out shirt. So that's back in my days.
Classic.
But speaking soberly, Wayne Gretzky's father passed away this week.
I saw that. Walter Gretzky,
you guys have heard
92 years old.
That's sad.
I mean, he used to be a fixture at the Forum when Gretzky played for the Kings. He was at almost every game to watch his son play. It's a sad day in hockey. He went to every game Wayne played, I think, when he was a junior.
Yeah, and parents play a big role in who these people become. So Wayne Gretzky, part of his greatness came from that parentage. So David Bertrand, we want to say hi to you. He's saying, Marty, start with 3 Irish car bombs. Now I'm gonna try to go easy on you, but Ross is gonna push it. We know this.
Yeah.
But David Bertrand wants to go heavy on it. So we have a question coming in already.
Yeah.
This is from Matt Kleinman. He says, should I trade Connor McDavid for John Carlson and Patrick Kane? I know Patrick Kane has been completely on fire, and he's got a history of this. So should he do that? Marty, what do you think?
He should.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a great move because you get a good defense, you get a great player, and it's 2 for 1, and it gets you the points and stuff like that too. Even Ross there has both of those players. He can make that trade today if he wants.
I could make that trade, but I would love to make that trade. I think Connor McDavid is the best player in the league. He has the most points in the league. I'd rather have McDavid. I'll give away Kane in a minute. I'll give away Carlson in a minute. If I can get McDavid, he's on a league of his own right now. There's no one playing or scoring him as many points as him. He's the man to get. I totally disagree with you, but that's a good thing.
All right. A little bit of friction here.
I think if you have a chance to get McDavid, you get him any way you can.
I could see it going both ways, but I'm on Ross's side here, Marty. I think I always go for the best player. McDavid is that. Yeah, guys, let's jump to the waiver wire. We'll get back to the season overall, But you're getting some comments on your beard being nice, Ross. People are really loving your beard.
It today. Yeah, that's
all
nice
right.
to hear.
We're going to talk about forwards, the centers, left wing, right wing to pick up. Remember, this is under. Now that wow, where did that come from? Under 60% in Yahoo. So Ross, we're going to start with you. I want to hear just a couple names to start with, forwards to pick up under 60% owned.
So I don't usually recommend Las Vegas Knights because they play as a team. They don't have like one big star. Like Marty knows this. They have a lot of players that contribute from different sides. But Alex Tuch, he's a left winger. He can play. I think he plays right wing too. He can play either way on Yahoo. He has like 4 goals, 3 assists in the past 7 games. He's playing unbelievable. He's on the first line. He's in power plays. He's a guy that if he's available in your league, and he could be because he's available in like 72% in the leagues right now, you should pick him up. I feel that he is ready to be picked up. Go get Alex Tuch.
Okay. Marty, who do you like? Let's go into that, and then we got a question coming up.
I'm going to go with same person again, probably Thomas Hertl. I know I went there with him before, but if you get him, I know the Sharks are not doing too well and stuff, but he's great to be a playmaker, and he's great to get a points, or assists, or goals, and stuff like that. He could play with the defense really well. He give the puck to them, and then he get the puck too. So Thomas Hertl, if you could get him. But I know some people do have him. Some people don't even have him in the hockey pool.
Now, listen, Marty, your glasses are really working, because I was listening to you, and I was like, that guy knows what he's talking about. And I was like, why do I trust him so much more today? It's your glasses. I think it is.
Yeah. Well, my new one. I got new ones.
They're looking good. So Anthony Quintano, who is our social media guy, welcome, Anthony. Shout out to you. He's asking how are each of our teams performing as of today. So we are in a league together. We've got a 10-team league. There's 7 other players that don't matter at all, except for Ross's son. He matters, of course. But so there's 6 that don't matter. Ross, how's your team doing? I think you guys are both doing better than me in the rankings.
My team's 5-1. I have 1 loss the whole season. I like my team a lot. I did a smart thing. I picked up 4 goalies in the league. There's a team that has 8 goalies in the league that drives my son crazy, but I'm doing well. I'm 5-1. I feel good. I'm tied for first place. Everything's good here.
And Marty, your team?
I'm doing good. I'm in 5th place, but I think my players are doing good. I made a couple trades. I made one to Ross and his son too. So we made good trades there. And I just made a 3rd one I'm getting tomorrow. So hopefully it goes through. So
I should say, Marty, I did see you offered me several trades and then canceled them very quickly. He offered me some trades and he got freaked out. He was like, no, I shouldn't do it. And it was for, my top goalie. I'm the Tampa Bay guy. What's his last name? Andre.
Yeah.
Vibariska.
I'll make an offer.
He's unbelievable. I mean, he's the best goalie. He's the best goalie in the league.
I'm not likely to deal him. I'm looking to pick up better players.
No, he's on league. He's on another tier by himself.
But let me tell you, I'm actually doing pretty well, and it's been a while since I've been into hockey, so I'm really getting back into the swing of things. But I'm in 6th place now. 6 teams make the playoffs. I'm only 2-4, but I'm ahead in points of Martin's team. Does anyone know who Martin's team is?
No, we don't know Martin's team, but doesn't matter. You're doing great. We're excited you're in the league with us.
I'm like 500
there's
points
a lot
ahead.
more hockey to go, and there's a lot more waiver wire pickups to go. So let's start hitting these waiver wire pickups. Another guy that I like a lot is Mike. I'm gonna mess this name up so much more. You might need your help. Mike Zuckerillo. He plays a right winger from Minnesota. He's been on fire. He has 3 goals and 4 assists in the past 7 games. Minnesota, as I told you, they're the hottest team in the league right now, even though they lost 2 in a row. Before that, they won 6 in a row. So they're on fire. I think anybody can pick up right now from Minnesota is a great pickup. You know why, Marty, too?
What?
They missed a lot of games during COVID. So their second half of the season, they'll be picking up a lot of games. They'll be back to back to back. They'll be playing like 2 or 3 games in a row. I mean, it's going to be crazy for Minnesota at the second half of the season. So if you can stack up on Minnesota players, you should stack up. And another Minnesota player I like a lot is Victor Rask. He's a forward also. He's in the power plays. He has the past 7 games. He has like 4 goals, 2 assists. He's been on fire. And he's another guy you should pick up too immediately.
Wait, let me ask you.
I got one Minnesota guy, the young player too. I got one of the K. I don't know how to say his name. So
Kirill Kaprizov.
Yeah, I picked him up.
Yeah, guess what? Remember in the very first waiver wire we did, I picked him up and I talked about, I asked about rookies. I was like, should I hang on to him? You guys were like, I don't know. And now he's exploding.
Exploding. He's unbelievable. I was going to compliment you on that today, Dan. I remember you did draft him. I remember the whole thing.
Yep.
I'll make you a trade. I'll think of a trade.
All right. But I don't think I'm going to deal my top goalie. But you,
no. We'll get somebody. I'll try somebody.
You want Kaprizov. Okay, I want to note there's somebody on Ottawa. Marty will go crazy for this, but Drake Batherson. Is Batherson.
Batherson. Marty has him on his team.
I know. Yeah. And his team, by the way, is named Martin's team. So I'm starting to think that this is Marty's team, and I'm 500 points ahead of you, buddy. You got to work on it. This guy, though, he's got 125 points on the season in the hockey fantasy league.
Yeah,
he's got 9 goals, 9 assists. He's got 57 shots on goal. It's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff.
Dan, the best stat of him? Dan, the best stat, he has 5 goals in 5 straight games. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. That's the thing. You got to pay attention to
Look at that. 5 goals, and that's a great one.
This is why you check your wire and you look at who's doing well in the last 7 games.
I agree.
14 games. Marty,
we should have had Duchesne still with him because they made the team great when they were playing together. But now Duchesne's in Nashville playing Guitar Hero with his kids, but that's it. They're not playing really any hockey the best. But I wish him well there, but I wish we had him on Ottawa still.
Yep. Don't pick up players who are currently playing Guitar Hero. It doesn't help you. Now we have a question from the audience related to this. Anthony asks, what is the benefit of having 8 goalies on a team?
So let me answer this question. So in our league, if a goalie starts and gets like saves or has a good game, he'll get a lot of points, a lot more points than a defenseman will. So the point differential is up. But the problem is he doesn't have any defensemen. He got rid of all his defensemen and he has all goalies, but all his goalies are not that good. He has like 2 or 3 good goalies and the rest they don't even play half the time. So it's a big chance move because you're losing all those points from defensemen, but we'll see what happens. I mean, he's tied with me in first place, but I don't like that move, but we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I know a lot of people are mad about having 8 goalies on one team.
I mean, I will say that one of my strategies was if I had to pick up a player just as a spot play, I'm going to pick up a starting goalie. So you can look and you can go to goalies that are probable. And some of these guys are backup goalies, but they're starting for the game. And you can plug them in and you can get at least 20 points in a game pretty easily from a goalie. But this guy's hogging all the goalies, so it's taken away from it. All right, guys, are there other forwards that you want to highlight that we haven't already covered?
A couple more I have just really quick. I do like Phil Kessel for Arizona. He's been in the league for at least 10 years. He's been scoring like crazy. The past 5 games, he has 3 goals and like 4 assists. He's been just piling up the points. Arizona is a good team. They're underrated. No one talks about them. I feel that Phil Kessel is like on the first line. He gets a lot of assists. He'll get a lot of goals. If you need a forward that's going to score, Phil Kessel could be your guy. I love Jack Hughes. I dropped him on a couple of my leagues because he got hurt. And I think he got COVID too. So he was out for 2 weeks. He came back in 2 weeks. He has 30 shots on goal, which is unbelievable. He's shooting the puck shot the puck 30 times in 2 weeks. It's great. And he has like 2 goals and 4 assists. Also, this kid I believe he's 19 years old. He was the number 1 pick in the draft 2 years ago. He's from Florida, USA kid. I love this kid a lot. And if he's available in like 68% of the leagues right now, if you can get him, go pick him up. I know I think Marty picked him up. Marty likes him a lot too.
I'm doing a trade though with him.
Marty's doing a trade, but in this, there's another rookie. He plays for the Ducks. Marty loves the Ducks.
Yeah.
Trevor Zargas is a rookie. He was the first round pick last year. Everybody was excited about this kid. He brought him up. He played 4 games, had 0 points. He got his first point 2 days ago. He got an assist, but they expect a lot from this kid. And he's going every day. He goes up and up and up and owned. So if you want to pick him up right now is the time to get him.
Okay, now I gotta interject because we've got a couple points of order here because we've got some questions coming in. I also want to let everybody know, if you haven't already, click subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, hit like if you like what you're hearing, and put your comments below. All 3 of us would love to have a conversation with you about fantasy hockey, and I'm learning and learning and learning, and I'm becoming better and better. I'm a juggernaut because I know how to play fantasy sports, and I'm just applying it to this sport now. And next year, look out.
Yeah.
But this year, I'm still not out of it. Now, we have some comments coming in from 810 Pro Wrestling, one of our old fans back. He has several observations. First of all, Marty, he's calling for you to do a second Irish car bomb. And I think that's fine with me. I'm not condoning it.
That's my other boss.
That's your other boss? Well,
wrestling broadcast.
Is it a podcast. He or a she? He or she?
He's a he.
All right. Well, he says Marty, handsome devil.
I don't want to mess with him. He's strong.
Yeah. All right. Well, now listen, 810 Pro Wrestling. Obviously, he's into wrestling and fighting, but he asked, do hockey fights still happen in the game? Ross, is there a lot of fighting that still goes on in the game? Is it the same as it used to be?
I'll tell you, brother, there's no one bigger, faster, and stronger than Ross the Boss. I'll tell you about fighting in the NHL. NHL fighting is way down. It used to be running rampant back in the 80s. I don't remember those days, but LC Cord, there were some crazy guys. There were goons. Now it's not as bad. The players don't fight as much. They protect their stars, but you don't see the hockey fights like it used to. Go on YouTube and just Google hockey fights, and you'll see some unbelievable fights from the 80s, even late 70s. It's unbelievable, brother. I suggest you do that right now.
Oh my God, you became Randy Macho Man Savage there. Oh yeah, snap into his Slim Jim.
God rest his soul.
Oh yeah. Or there's the the Ultimate Warrior where there were like 9 of them and they kept dying. Come on.
Yes. He's him too. He's gone too.
I know. Well, again.
Okay, let's stop talking about dead people.
Exactly.
But to answer the question really quick, you don't see the fights anymore. Players are getting away from fighting because the league is making it very difficult for players to get in fights, because if they do, they have unbelievable suspensions right now and they won't get paid. So they try to stay away from it.
All right, now I'm going to jump back for a second, because in the season overview, one question we wanted to get to, and now that Marty has had 2 Irish car bombs, maybe he's got enough truth in him. Liquid truth.
Yeah.
Okay. Does Ottawa have a chance to make the playoffs? They're 8-17-1 right now.
Well,
only team that's worse is the Ducks.
The only team that's worse is the Ducks, and that's Marty's second favorite team.
It's a slim chance. It's a slim chance, but they have to go perfect almost in March and everything. So, hey, Vancouver keeps on losing. Montreal keeps on losing. Winnipeg keeps on losing. And maybe if the referees get out of our way sometimes, we would make the playoff. We would get more points.
Tell me about the referees. Why do you think the referees are ruining your season? Tell me. Go.
Oh, they get it. It's not only my season. It's mostly other teams. They miss calls when they were supposed to get calls. Like, seriously, I was watching the Calgary game. My goalie got tripped by a player, and the referee was looking like, I didn't do anything. I didn't look at the goalie. So, like, some of the referees just let plays go, and players get hurt, and there's no calls on the call. They should watch a little bit more, like, when they do watch the calls, because sometimes players get high stick. I'm not just saying Ottawa. I'm not just saying the Ducks. I'm saying other teams. Like, I'm saying New Jersey. I'm saying Boston. Oh, I hate Boston.
Marty, I'll tell you my biggest problem with the referees this year. I was watching the Washington Capitals play. I was watching TJ Oshie, who's on your team now.
Yeah,
He scored a goal. The refs went back to look at replay, not on the goal, but to see if somebody was offsides when he got the pass to score the goal. So they went back all the way to the pass. They ruled no goal, just because they were like, you couldn't even see the play that much. It was a horrible call, but they declined the goal. I mean, it's ruining the game. They can't be doing this all the time. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I just don't like the referees sometimes. They got to wake up. They got to do what their job is to do.
Well, I think
Dan, I'm getting mad. So you got to move on. If we talk about this more, I'm going to blow a gasket in a second.
Yeah. We can't have that happen. So let's move on to another subject, and then we're going to get to defensive players to pick up, and we can always circle back to forwards if there's more, because I have some other names to add. But there's still no Canadian teams who have COVID games being canceled. Marty, you are our resident Canadian. Why is this happening?
Because we're probably following the rules. Stay home, stay safe, and stuff like that. We don't even have any fans in the arena yet. a lot of American teams do. I don't know if you guys have any fans, but I seen like
the Kings don't. The Rangers do. The Islanders do.
Yeah, I seen
the Florida teams are running rapid. They don't care. But
no, did you guys see the Pittsburgh Penguins? They were caught altering their picture to show fans with masks on that didn't actually have masks on.
I saw that.
Yeah, they should have had masks on. They should have followed the rules, but no, they don't want to follow the rules around here.
They're cocky players. I mean, I really feel there's a bias against American teams. I don't feel the Canadian teams are being tested. I feel the Canadians are really upset. They have not won a Stanley Cup since like 1991. It's been like over 30 years since they won a Stanley Cup.
This time it'll be a Canadian.
I feel there's a big coup going on. I feel this. They have a bias against the United States of America. I'm a proud American, and I find it insulting for them not to even test any Canadian teams. Not one case in Canada this whole season.
I see.
One case? Are you insane?
So you're saying
we
that
all get tested. We all get the rub up the nose and the mouth.
I think it's a written test they give you. Have you ever been around anybody with COVID? You just check the box. No. Okay, you passed. Go ahead.
No. We get those nose things up our nose. Thank God I didn't get that thing up my nose because I'm like, ugh. I've had it.
It wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought.
I'm going crazy with this. Let's talk about defensemen. It's such a bias against the poor United States. And
I just want to say,
it's our Stanley Cup.
Listen, we have a full-blown conspiracy theory going on here, but we'll leave it at that, and we'll see. We're gonna keep tabs on this. But I do have to say, like the Dallas Stars, I think they've played like 5 games this year.
You're right, 5 games. Yeah. Pick up stars. I have a couple stars you should pick up because they're playing 1 million games coming up in the second half.
Yeah, I have one of their injured players on my injured list. One of their best players. I'm
Taylor Seguin.
Exactly. And
I
got
that
offered
guy. I'm going to make some offers
right
now. Right now, I'm getting on my computer. I'm going to make you an offer.
Yep. See, I've got these guys coming back. Okay, so let's move to defensemen. I'll make you an offer
too. You'll regret. You'll like it.
I'll regret the offer. We'll see.
No, you'll like the offer.
Oh, I like the offer.
I'll give you Minnesota.
Hold on, guys. I'm talking to my producer. Just said Marty has to do another Irish card bomb. It's not me.
All right,
it's our producer in my ear. I did not do it.
Hey, I have the day off tomorrow. So.
All right. Listen, while you're doing that, I'm just gonna 810 Pro Wrestling has another comment. He says, "Well, Detroit and Canada are one in the same. Marty, the Red Wings got your back." So
yeah.
If Ottawa and the Ducks are the worst 2 teams, Detroit can't be far behind.
Detroit's right with those 2 other teams. They're in last place. They're horrible.
Did you see? I almost made Marty do a spit take.
I mean, but we all knew Detroit was going to be bad this year.
Yeah, for sure.
People did expect. And the worst record, who I didn't think would be the worst team, are the Ducks. I mean, they have great young talent, but I don't know why they can't win.
All right, let's move on to defensemen, guys.
Let's talk about defensemen. Let's go.
I'm going to say a name right now.
Buffalo needs to wake up too with Taylor Hall and Eichel.
They're in last place. Their season's over. Keep going.
They're getting traded probably too.
Who?
Eichel and Taylor Hall getting traded at the dead trade line.
Oh, wow. Buffalo Sabres. All right,
listen, I'm going to talk about a defenseman that was high on my list, and I actually drafted this guy, Matt Dumba. This guy, he's starting to put up some points, and I think it's been happening recently. He's owned by a team. Listen to this creative team name. His team name is Team. That's it. Have you noticed that? We have a guy in our league.
Yeah, I'm playing him this week. That's the idiot with 8 goalies. I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was high on him, and I'm worried that he got scooped up, and now he's going to start doing.
He wanted to give me his Ranger goalie for Brady Tkachuk and somebody else. So I'm like, no, Brady Tkachuk's not for sale. I tried to get Matthew Tkachuk from him.
How about this guy Tyler Myers on Vancouver?
Tyler Myers is on my list too. I like Tyler a lot. He's starting to score goals. He's on the power play. He's one of the team leaders right now for Vancouver. That's a great pickup, Dan. Good name. I was going to bring him up.
All right, you bring up a couple more, Ross.
I like Devin Tays. He plays for Colorado. He's been hurt a lot. He just came back. He has 4 goals and 5 assists for the season, and he's probably played about a quarter of the season. Colorado has been underachieving. Everybody picked them to win the West. They're not winning the West, and they're not playing well at all. But I think with Taves coming back and playing well, he's a great pickup right now. He's available in like 78% of the leagues. I also like Nick Leady. Nick Leady in the past like 2 weeks has 6 assists and 2 goals. He's been tearing it up actually. He could be and he's also like the leader on the power play. So that all being said, Nick Leady could be a great pickup for your team right now. I also love this kid named Keandre, K and then apostrophe Andre. So it's Keandre Miller. He plays for the New York Rangers. He actually is like, he's only like 3% of the leagues. I mean, no one knows who this guy is, but he's starting to be like the head of the power play for the Rangers. He's playing unbelievable. He could be a great pickup. If you pick him up and he does well, you're a genius. So pick the guy up, see what he does. Keandre Miller. I never seen that name before in hockey before.
Marty, give us a couple of names on your list.
I would like Nick Leady, like Ross said, but I'm gonna pick also Eric Backstrom from the Ottawa Senators. I know he's young. I know he's small, but he can get you some points. I think I have him in ours, but I'm not too sure. But he get you points. The one player I think defense I have has to wake up. Erik Karlsson, like on the Sharks, he's not doing anything for me. I'm about to dump him like the Titanic movie. So yeah, so I don't know. He's not doing great.
Now wait, are you saying you didn't like the Titanic movie, or you're gonna dump it like the Titanic the boat?
No. I like the movie. The movie was good. I gotta dump Erik Karlsson like the Titanic.
Like the Titanic the boat. I see. I was like, what do you have against Leonardo DiCaprio? I don't know.
No, Leonardo DiCaprio's good.
How about this guy? Now, I've always been a Flames fan. For some reason, I attached to them like in 1988.
Yeah, you have a lot of players. I think.
I know. Well, there's another guy, Rasmus Anderson. Is this guy worth picking up?
He's good.
Yeah. Should I pick him up? Should I pick him up right now?
Yeah, I don't know who the other defensemen are. He's not a bad pickup. You just gotta. I haven't seen what his stats are for the past couple of weeks. I like guys that are on streaks because I feel that players go on streaks, 2 or 3 week streaks.
Yep.
He's a great player, like Marty said. He won't be. He's not a bad pickup. If you pick him up, no one's going to laugh at you.
All right, that's good. That's where I set the bar. No laughs.
He's doing good. He's doing good for Calgary. He's doing way good.
All right, now listen. If you're out there and you haven't already, click subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. Hit like if you like what you're hearing, and put your comments below. That includes what are you liking, because we can bring more of this. Also, we always tell people if they want to come on, video or audio, you can come on www.callmfsn.com. We'd be happy to talk with you. We often have Marty on, but we're not going to bring him on today because he's already here. That would be really weird. Just totally messed up. So, guys, let's go to goalies for a little bit. Who are your top pickups? And then I want to circle back, actually, because I think we got more forward stat. Who's the best goalies to add? Now, of course, in our league, we can't because somebody owns 8 goalies on their team. But, Marty, in other leagues...
I was going to say that. Everybody owns the goalies. I only have Matt Murray and Patrick Rene, but Nashville's not doing anything for me. They're all playing Guitar Hero right now.
So some good pickups right now, I feel, is Jonathan... I can never say his name. Jonathan Vermeer for Detroit. You're saying, Ross, why are you picking up a Detroit goalie? In the past 2 weeks, he has 4 wins. He's allowing like 2.2 point goals a game. He's playing great right now. Detroit's actually in an upswing. He's available in like 83% of the leagues right now, and he starts a lot of the games. They kind of got rid of Greece. So right now, Bernier's the guy you should pick up. Another guy is actually a Calgary Flames goalie. So I know this David Rich. He has 3 wins in the past 2 weeks. He's been playing unbelievably well. His points, his goals per game is under 3. He's another great pickup right now. And the guy, Dan, your goalie, you got the goalie from Minnesota, correct? Capo.
No, I don't have the goalie from Minnesota.
Okay, so the goalie from Minnesota, let me say his name. It's a weird Russian name. It's Capo Kokkonen. I think I said that. Kokkonen. So he won 6 games in a row in the past 2 weeks, and then he lost one. But he's available in like 50% of the leagues right now. He's a great pickup, and I told you guys, Minnesota is the team that's on the huge upswing. And if you can pick up some Minnesota players because they're playing a lot of games, it's a great idea. So I love the goalies pickups this week. I feel there's a lot of good talent out there.
Okay, so now I'm getting something in my ear. It's not from our producer. It's from David Bertrand, who's saying that Marty has to drink another Irish Car Bomb. It's not me. I'm not
David
doing
Bertrand,
it.
I'll do one in one second, but I got a goaltender that you need to pick up also. Like
right.
I don't have him. I don't know if our league has him because everybody has a goalie. But it's our former Senators goalie who plays for the team that Ross has the jersey of, Florida Panthers. I think it's Chris Draper. He's doing amazing for Florida right now. I know Borowski's number one goalie, but Chris something, I think.
Yeah,
something. Yeah, I like Florida. As I said, Florida has a great team, so it's a good pickup. I feel that Jake Allen's a good pickup from Montreal. He's been splitting time with their number one goalie a lot. He's been playing unbelievably. I like Pekka Rinne for Nashville. Nashville's on an upswing. Pekka's been getting a lot of wins. It's a great pickup right now for you. He's available in 70% of the leagues. But there's a lot of great talent out there for goalies. So if your goalie's not doing well and you're not happy with them, pick up one of the goalies we just mentioned. It's not a bad idea. Could improve your season 1,000%.
So I was eyeing the other.
Just having a little cranberry juice, my Canadian cranberry juice.
Oh, there we go. There you go. All righty. Yeah, no, I was eyeing the other Montreal goalie. What's his name again?
Jake Allen.
Jake Allen. With a name like that, you'd think I would have remembered. It's pretty simple. But that's the thing in our league, goalies, and I really do. I don't know if this happens in all leagues, but there's lots of leagues where people are pouncing on goalies all the time because they can provide points so quickly. Let's circle back and see if there are any players we missed. It could be forwards, could be defense players, could be goalies. Give me your best guys that are missing. And while you're thinking about that, actually get ready for this. But A10 Pro Wrestling asked, would Nicolas Cage make a good hockey player? Now I want to know. Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
No, but
he's a movie star.
But Keanu Reeves did star in a hockey movie with Rob Lowe called Young Bloods, and it's actually one of my favorite hockey movies. First to Slapshot, just so everybody knows. But there have been big celebrities like Paul Newman played a hockey player, Keanu Reeves played a hockey player, Rob Lowe. There's been unbelievable talent playing hockey players, but I don't think Nick Cage would be a good one. He's a Southern California kid. He seems kind of soft to me. I don't think he can handle the friction with the ice and the players hitting him in the face. I don't see that happening. But the answer is no.
Now let me ask you this: you guys have always been bigger hockey fans than me. I'm gaining on you though. I love this sport.
I know you're kicking.
You want some more names, Dan? I'll give you some more names.
Give me some more.
I'm not going to go into big tangents about why you should pick them up. I'll just mention the names. You put them in your memory bank, and you just say, okay, I know that guy. Anthony Cirillo of the Tampa Bay Lightning, Boone Jenner of Columbus, I love Jordan Greenway of Minnesota, another Minnesota guy. I'm like Mr. Minnesota here. I love Zach Stanford of St. Louis. He's available in like 92% of the league right now. I like him a lot. I like Frank Valero from Florida. He's scored in 3 straight games already. Those are my forward, like, I'm just mentioning their names because there's a lot of talent out there that you should pick up and you should switch out of your team.
I like Max Domey. I like Max Domey because of his father's history. So I like Max Domey because he could fight. He could probably fight and get the points too. So I like Max Domey. I like who else do I like? Because a lot of people don't have Max Domey. Who else?
Bobby Ryan, you love.
I like Bobby Ryan. I picked him up. I think I have Bobby Ryan. But
he's been stopped. I think he's over 60%. Last time we did the show, he wasn't, but I mentioned his name, and everybody went into the waiver wire and picked him up. Is Dustin Brown for the Kings? Dustin Brown's been in the league for many years. I don't know how many, but it's been like over 10. He's been the captain for the Kings for a long time, also, and he's scoring and he's doing assists this year. He's playing unbelievable.
I just picked up a guy from my other league. I picked up a guy from Carolina. What's the name? Nina Wright or whatever. He's got like 2 goals already for Carolina. I dropped Matthew Duchesne, so Cirillo. So like I dropped Cirillo. I never played that game. So
Max Domey is an interesting name because I wanted to draft him, but he got stolen from me in the draft right before I was picking. And the weird thing is, he sounds like it makes me think of Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome because of Max Domey. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. But he's great.
I think you can pick him up. I don't know if anybody has him in our league.
Really? All right. Well, I'll take a look. I mean, there's all kinds of guys floating out there that I'm.
I just mentioned a bunch of names. All those guys, at least half of them will be available in your league. So
well,
try to
and
pick
there's
one of them up.
David Rittich is the other Calgary goalie. Is it a good strategy for me to own both of those players? Is that good? I don't know.
I wouldn't do it, but on a deep league, I would. But we only have 10 teams, so I don't think it's a good idea. No.
Yeah.
All right.
Not on our 10-person league. You're good. There's a lot of goalies available.
That was where I was leaning. But okay, any other names that we should mention, because we're getting close to time, and the Irish car counter is only at 3. Marty, there's people there keep telling me.
Dan, let's talk about players that you should target in trades because they're not performing well.
Oh yes, I like it.
I mean, so right now it's a weird part of the season. It's almost halfway done, Marty. There's players that you drafted that are not playing up to their potential, which I might come out and might try to get them because I feel they'll have a great second half. So on top of my list is the player that you thought would be the best player in the league this year, and he's been underperforming like crazy. His value is way low. I'm going to try to steal him from you. His name is Nathan McKinnon. He plays for the Colorado Avalanche.
Oh, and he's not for sale.
Nathan McKinnon is doing
Give me
horrible.
Patrick Kane. Then
Patrick McKinnon has. Listen, you said he was above McDavid, and he's not. He has 5 goals and 17 assists this year, and
he will wake up. He will wake up.
Okay, I'm just saying. Okay. Let's take you out of it. If in a different league, if you're watching and you want to grab a player that's really his value is way down, but his potential's up here. Yeah, Nathan McKinnon is top of my list because I just feel that he'll wake up very soon. Yeah, because I'm sure the owner is getting frustrated and getting upset because I drafted this guy first.
I got a lot of Colorado players, actually. I got their good defense. I'm getting their captain maybe by tomorrow, too.
Another guy that just came back from injury who's playing well this year, but he's been injured back and forth, but his owner's probably very frustrated, is Sidney Crosby. You're saying, Ross, God, he's been in the league for a long time. He's only 32 years old. He has 7 goals and 12 assists, and he's been hurt, but I feel he's going to have a great second half. Pittsburgh's been underachieving this year. I feel they'll be in an upswing. He's another guy that you should target to try to get on your team because
wait until the trade thing. It'll go fast. And
let me ask you guys this. This is another player. I have Tyler Seguin from Dallas, but I also have Vladimir Tarasenko from St. Louis. He's coming back now. I think this was part of my strategy: scoop up these players and just stay afloat. And that's what I've done. I'm afloat. I'm 2-4, and I've got the points to beat people on tiebreakers, and I'm in 6th place. And now, is Vladimir Tarasenko a guy to look out for or not? I know you guys are not good on injury.
He's a top 20 player when he's healthy. I totally agree with you with that pickup. I just don't know when he's coming back. Is he close? I mean,
he's on the ice
this weekend, I think.
Oh, he's playing. Another player that I like a lot, but I feel he's on the swing down, and you're going to laugh at me, guys, but it's Alec Ovechkin. Alec is just not playing like he used to. This season he has 7 goals, which is not that much for him, and 10 assists. He's not having a great season.
That's true.
It's true. The people who drafted him, they probably got him in the first round, are probably very upset because he's not playing up his potential. I feel he's going to have a great second half. I think it's a great way to pick him up right now.
I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out who owns him. So you said only has 7 goals this season, right?
Only 7 goals, and he's
you don't touch him. I'm making a trade.
But Alec Ovechkin is somebody that's way his value has to be low now. I mean, you probably can get him. You've got to trade some of your good players, but you probably can get him for probably a good deal. But this is what you should be doing right now. Because the trade deadline in your hockey league is probably coming up, and you want to start trading and getting ready for the playoffs, as Dan and I both know. So it's very important to
I'm making a lot of trades too. I'm making a lot of trades too.
And listen, Ovechkin, not only does he only have 7 goals, I think he only has 7 teeth. So do you want
to hear a funny story about him? Do you know how he lost his front tooth?
How
was it playing hockey?
No, he was playing one-on-one. He was playing one-on-one basketball.
Oh, of course.
He was playing somebody one-on-one in basketball, and the guy used his elbow for some reason. Don't ask. And he knocked out his tooth. He didn't lose it in playing hockey, which is crazy.
But this is what happens when hockey players do other things.
It makes me laugh. They say, "Oh, look at the hockey player was missing tooth. He didn't miss it. He didn't miss the tooth playing hockey."
I know. I went to dinner with a hockey player, and I ended up with a fork in my chest. They're just animals.
Just like Corey Crawford. He went to a concert and he tripped over something, broke his leg or something, I think, and then he got hurt there.
Yep.
And I know some hockey players too. I remember. I'm good friends with Sidney Crosby, or not Sidney Crosby. I mean Chris Neal, and he bought me 4 Corona beer one time at my old job. He's like, "Drink them now, party Marty, go for it."
All right.
And Stone and not Stone. Mike Fisher was there, but he was shy. He was kind of shy. He was like, I don't know if he was high, but he was shy.
Okay, now listen, we have one last question. We're going to get one last question. And 810 Pro Wrestling asks, who would be on your street hockey teams? Now, I have a very unique answer for this because the people that I would want on my street hockey teams are the main people that I've watched play street hockey, and that is Wayne and Garth. Now, it's game on! Okay. So who would be on your street hockey team, guys? And listen, hockey players playing in the street, we know they can't even go to a concert without breaking their leg. So who would you have on your street hockey team?
I mean, I would love to have Andre Kopitar in my team. He's a sniper. He's fast. He's older, which means he's smart and he won't take any stupid chances. Kopitar would be like up there. Christian Yahoo of Carolina, I like a lot too. He's fast. He's probably could be one of the fastest guys in the league. He's not performing that great right now. He's another guy you should try to pick up. But I like the older guys, like the Sidney Crosbys, the Drew Dowdys, the people like that. I like the older guys because I just feel they get it more and they're not going to take chances and they'll save their energy. Yeah. Because I feel the younger guys will try to like prove a point or how fast they are and run around like an idiot the whole time. You got to conserve your energy in street hockey. It's you can't run around like a madman the whole time. You got to be smart.
All right,
older guys get it.
Now
mine would be
Marty.
Mine would be Team Mussolini, Crosby, I guess. I don't really want to say it. Crosby.
Oh, he's a sniper.
Chris Neal, my painting over here.
Chris Neal, yeah.
I would be the head coach. And you
got to get out there, Marty. You got to get on the ice or get on the dirt.
I'll be the captain. And if a referee gets in my way, I'll tell that zebra to go away.
Marty has it out for the referees. Okay, very quickly, we're going to do a speed round. Just give me 3 players to pick up. Go, Marty. Off the top of your head. Oh, man.
Jordan Eberle, Pajot, and Drake Batherson.
All right, Ross, you 3.
I gave Christian Aou's like one of them. I gave you like all my great players who you should pick up already.
All right, the speed round's already over then.
Yeah.
Well done, guys. Now, speed round for Irish car bombs. It's the last chance, Marty. Last call.
I only got one more. I only got one more on me, but here we go. All right. I'll do a cranberry and Bailey's. How was that? The first one.
Leaving it all out on the floor. Just don't end up on the floor, please. We don't want you there.
I am not. Don't worry. I'm not drunk.
Now, David Bertrand, meanwhile, is saying that MD, I believe that's you, coached us to a hockey championship. True story. Is that true?
Oh, yes. Yes, it is. I won the championship. Well, the referees got it my way. They said not to be quiet. They told me to be quiet on the bench, but I was a coach. I brought them to the championship. We won a keg of beer, but I didn't get no drop of that keg of beer because they went to a party and I was at home. So I'm like, where did my drop of beer go? Because I was so upset. That deserves a nice sip of Canadian cranberry juice.
Oh, you're gonna wash away your Guinness milk mustache. Oh well.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us. And for those of you out there, if you haven't already, click subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, hit like if you like what you're hearing, put your comments below. We're gonna keep the players coming, ideas to pick up. But in the comments, we can have discussions too. Marty, thanks for drinking with us. We barely drank with you. And
I'm making some trades to you guys again.
I want to see
get some trades.
Thanks for bringing the knowledge.
There you go.
All right, guys.
Nathan McKinnon, I want some good trades.
We'll be back within the next 2 weeks. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
Ring the bell for notifications, and we'll let you know when it's coming.
We'll be here.
Oh yeah. From Kill Cliff, the #1 clean energy drink in the mind of Joe Rogan, comes the Flamin' Joe. Sugar-free, B vitamins, electrolytes, all them good drink things. An epic spicy pineapple fusion from out of this world, straight into your drink hole. Only KillCliff.com.